Jim, the Wednesday fan, says that was the worst Sheffield Wednesday performance in a Sheffield derby I have ever seen. Absolute cowards, and there are no excuses, including we're not using Shansiri as an excuse anymore either. Welcome back to our Owls Walk. We got Tom and Lewis, two very angry Owls fans at that performance. Gutless, spineless. And is it time to now question the manager? We know we're in a hole, but surely, we have to start looking potentially for someone else. How you're doing? Welcome back to Owls Walk. It's 15-20 minutes of Wednesday chat with two of the most sharpest and upcoming Sheffield Wednesday journalists you'll find on the internet with Tom and Lewis. How are you both doing, guys? I know you two are very young, so you perhaps haven't seen as many Sheffield derbies as the original poster there is, but Tom, is that the most gutless one you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely shocking. I think I'm still a bit fuming about it because, on the last show, I think, we knew it'd be tough, but we thought with their kind of run of form, how we've been playing, it might be a tight game. Like, we might lose, but at least we'll show a bit of fight. And for those players to seemingly just give up from like after 5 minutes was just awful. I think the manager was clueless, and the worst thing was the lack of fight. I mean, not even a kind of weren't many rough challenges. I don't think we had a chance. I think we had a half chance maybe with Svanti. I don't think we actually did anything in the whole game. And then to make it worse, I think in the last 10 years we've maybe had a couple shots on target against them. Like, we've done absolutely nothing. So I mean, it's up there with one of the worst performances I've ever seen, let alone in a derby. Because the first half we didn't have a shot. Second half, I think we had one for McNeil in the last minute, and that was it. Like, it was just awful.
It's the only positive, Lewis, that it wasn't a bigger scoreline.
Yeah, it probably should have been, to be fair. Bang on with what Tom was saying there, just the laziness, not giving any fight, not, just sat watching it and there's just nothing. There's no excitement, just, especially in such a big derby game, you'd think that you think they'd go out there and give a bit of fight and show a bit of passion, but it just looked lazy, and that were it, yeah. It could have been a lot more.
Cheers for that, fellas. Well, let's just throw some things at you then. The only reason that the players can't have been up for that game is the manager. I don't want to keep calling him out. We did hear a couple of weeks ago, Tom, say some fans are now getting a little bit tired of him. Is he a coach or is he a manager?
Yeah, I think he's a coach. I mean, last show, I think we were giving him a bit of credit, saying, look, he's been given a tough hand and he's kind of doing what he can. But that performance, I mean, additionally starting Ugbo and Jamal Lowe just haven't done anything all season. They don't even try. I mean, when you have Kadamatri, I know he played for Jamaica, but he played about 20 minutes over a week. Like, he hasn't really had that much, even if he's jet lagged. At least he puts his body about. We're playing three fullbacks at centre back when we have two on the bench. We're playing a young kid at right wing back in Fuzia, who's a defensive midfielder, I think. And then, what was worse was the post-match interview, where he just seemed to be kind of take the positives, very calm. And he should have been, you could kind of tell he's not a motivator. And he might be a good coach, but now if we're going to go down, we need to get someone else in. I'm fine for him to be in the kind of staff, but he can't be the manager going forward, I don't think.
Yeah, Lewis, do you agree? And what
totally agree with what Tom said. Yeah, totally agree with what Tom said there, bang on. I think he's definitely more of a coach, because he did well. I don't know how much of it was Danny Roll and how much of it was him, but they worked quite well together, and he seems to do quite a good job. And, he did do a good job, I suppose. And being the manager, I think he's more of a coach. I don't see with the short corners or like Tom said, starting Ugbo over Kadamarchi. I know obviously we're away, but just them little decisions like that, and it just doesn't seem to be working. I'd happily look elsewhere if we can, but I don't know if we can. But
says, sorry, that's not what I wanted. Trigger says, bang on. Hope they're ashamed of themselves. The Shansiri excuse only goes so far, and it's a credible excuse, Tom. But when you're playing your local rivals who are, having a stinker of a season yourself, like, you don't expect to see more. We can't blame Shansiri for that performance on Sunday, can we?
Yeah, I mean, even though the quality is just not there, I mean, you saw when the kids played against Leeds when Horvath pulled off a few penalty saves, and then you see the odd League Two team go to a Premier League team and like stick it on them. We didn't even there was nothing. We didn't. Yeah, as Lewis said, we had one short, we had one corner, I think that we went short. We had one long throw which we went short, which then got kicked back out. No one. There was the odd foul, but no one even kind of giving it to them. It was just lackluster and shocking really.
Barry Bannon will always come up as a hero for Wednesday, Lewis, but the United fans have taken great glee in pointing out that every time he's played in one of these derbies, he's tend to go missing. What do you put that down to?
I don't know how much stick I'm going to get. I love Barry Bannon as much as the next guy, but I think when it comes to such a big game like that, for me, he just went missing, I think, a little bit. And I know it's a hard game and pretty much everyone went missing. I know, but it didn't do what he normally does, if that makes sense. I'd like to see him be a bit about more. I'd like to see him give a bit more, and I didn't really see that.
Yeah, it's not just that game on yesterday, is it, Tom? We've been here before with Bannon. What is he a big game shirker? And I hate saying those words because of what he's given the club, but there is a pattern here.
Yeah, I mean, as captain, I think you expect a bit more. I think I don't know how many derbies he's played, maybe 5 or something like that. We've lost most of them. We've not played well in any of them. I mean, he's not helped by having a crap side around him usually, but this kind of he does it in other games where he turns up and kind of single-handedly drags us. But then last game he was slowing it down. He was going to left back to get the ball, and sometimes he tries to do too much where he's just trying to be the quarterback everywhere. And then in these big games, I think he maybe tries to do too much. But he didn't really get stuck in or anything. It was pretty bad from him. So as a captain, you'd expect more. But then, all the other players have to take some blame as well. They were, awful.
Okay. The fallout from the post-match has all been about the celebrations at the end. All says, Baggy's fan here, generally one of the weirdest post-match celebrations I've seen. Matt says, I'd sooner see United relegated over Wednesday after seeing this. Yeah, so, I mean, you two have clearly left the stadium by then, but you've got them celebrating like they've just won the Champions League. What did you make of it, Lewis?
I do agree with the tweets. It was a bit weird considering they are two or three places above us. But to be honest, if it was the other way around, we'd probably do the same. But as it is a derby, it's a big game. Whether it is a big game, you can celebrate how you want, and I think we would definitely do the same. Although I do think it's a bit weird. It's not nice to see when it's against you.
Yeah, and Wilder actually mellowed a bit in his Radio Sheffield interview. Tom with Pedersen the week he thought, actually he's calmed down in his old age, but no, there he was pointing out, counting all the Wednesday fans. I mean, do you look at that even as a Wednesday fan and go, okay, I like that stuff in football, or are you just spitting feathers when you see something like that?
No, I mean, sometimes it rattles you, but I think, if it was Henrik doing that at Bramall Lane, I think we'd all be loving it. So brilliant. I think it's one of those when it's against you, you hate it. Sometimes he goes a bit far, but you if you're a United fan, you must love him being a local lad who supports him. I mean, giving it to Wednesday, but the only thing is it is a bit early with the pictures on the pitch, but obviously they've had a really bad season so far, so that might spur him on. Wilder kind of knows what he's doing. He'll get the fans on side maybe. I'm not one of those celebration police where they're telling them, you can't do this and you can't do that. But I don't think we're going to get much of that.
We'll take what we can get. So.
Celebrate a throw in or something. But
Okay. Right. This week then, 2 big games for you. You play 2 sides which are injury hit. You've got to go to Millwall, of course, on Wednesday night, who have got massive loads of injury problems and have just lost 3 on a row, I think. And then Preston come, of course, on Saturday, who have got no midfield at the moment whatsoever. I don't think keep asking you kind of where do you see the points coming from, but do you see picking up anything this week, Lewis?
Not after that performance, to be honest. I'd like to sit here and say I hope we pick up 6 points or 3 points, but honestly, that performance, I can't see us getting anything for a while. If it's exactly like that, then season's over. I think that were terrible, and I don't see where the points are going to come from.
Tom?
Yeah, I think especially that performance is kind of like, I assume the heads are going to be down. If anything, I'll be a bit annoyed if we actually turn up and win those games, because it will just show that we did have something about us and we didn't turn up. So I think, yeah, until the next derby, I don't think really any of the games matter anymore, to be honest. So I think, yeah, unless it's just a good away day, I don't think any, like, the fans are going to care that much. So I can see us losing quite a few now for the next few weeks.
Okay. Dear.
It's always positive talking about Wednesday.
Absolutely. Right, fingers crossed anyway. I mean, I think Millwall, you're playing Millwall at a really good time if you can, just stay in the game and get at them, which is what you failed to do on Sunday.
But it was like Sheffield United last week, where they were saying, "Oh, we're so bad. We're all this." Is like you're obviously going to finish bottom. Like you might finish mid-table or lower mid-table, but with Wilder and your team, and then with Millwall and other teams going, "Oh yeah, we haven't got these players." Is yeah, but you're playing Wednesday, so I don't think you have to worry about that. Like.
Okay. We've been doing the A to Z of Sheffield Wednesday in the last couple of weeks. Stay with us as we get into letter. We'll get into letter H. We'll go to letter F for that. Before that, though, we'll be talking about goalkeepers, because there's been so many dodgy goalkeeping decisions and rooks in the Championship. We thought we'd ask who is the worst goalkeeper that you've seen at Wednesday. I'm going to ban Hovarth as an answer. Doesn't count.
Oh, my answer.
Were you going to say him, Lewis? Genuinely?
No, he's a contender though. But
okay, right. In the comments, then, who's the worst goal you've ever seen, Lewis?
I'm not as old to remember the really bad ones, but I've got Wild Smith maybe in my time. I know it weren't awful now at West Brom, but that's probably the worst it gets for me, I think.
Yeah. Okay, Tom.
Yeah, I think Wild Smith is maybe up there. I don't think he was. Yeah, he wasn't great, but he wasn't really, really bad.
Not the worst, but yeah.
But I've heard. I don't think I've seen too much of him, but the Ola Tidman apparently.
That's what
everyone keeps naming him, but yeah, people are saying him and Hovarth. They're not too sure which one, but yeah.
Right, help us out in the comments here, Bill. And finally, then this week, A to Z rumbles on. We're up to letter F. So who have you got for this one, Tom?
Yeah, just are we on F or are we on
G? Is it?
H or G? Or I'm not.
Yeah. Well, what did we do last week? We did F. Did we?
I think we did F last week, was it?
Yeah, I think we did F.
Did right? Okay, right. You're catching me up then, right? Okay. We're definitely up to G then. Thanks, Tom. Right. Who have you got for G? Sorry.
I think a couple, but I think Lee Gregory, I think was amazing for us. And then it just to show it, even in his kind of like later years, because he was a great Championship striker, and we got him at the end, and he was still great for us in League One. Basically got us up. I think all the fans still love him. Pretty much everywhere he's been as well, which says a lot about him as well.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah, Lewis.
I know I probably should have done this for B, but there's only one man at B, so I couldn't really. I've gone maybe George Byers. I know that's more of a recent one, but in my time, he's by far my favourite player, and just the things he did in that midfield is what we're really crying out for now. That partnership with Bannon and just commanding the midfield, I think, with Bannon, and that's what we need now. So,
okay. Who have they missed though? With surname beginning with G, let us know, of course, in the comments. Don't know if you pay much attention to League One, and I hate to kind of point this out to you, but there's been lots of journalists at the moment that have been talking about the quality of League One at the moment compared to when you were there last. When you think you had Portsmouth for company and Derby for company and Ipswich at times for company. Do you look at that? I don't know if you've looked at it. Would you look at the league and think, well, okay, if we do drop down this time, we're not going to be there for 3 or 4 years this time. Is this going to be a fleeting visit?
Yeah, I look at it sometimes and think, yeah, the quality seems a bit less than what it was when we were there, but you never know with that kind of league. When you go down, it depends who our owners are going to be, and a lot of teams, even Sunderland and clubs like us, we go down for a year. It takes a couple, but it's also when we were down, all the other teams just it's kind of their cup final, so they just part of the bus, and it's really tough. So if we go down and all these teams are doing bad themselves, they're definitely just going to sit back. So every game is going to be tough. So sometimes you want a few decent teams in there to open it up. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it in the sense of we won't be at the bottom of the league. But yeah, it just depends on, hopefully we get a good owner, a bit of money in, and come back up. But yeah, you never know.
Right. Let's not talk about it too much. It still might not happen yet. You never know. January's not too far. January's not too far.
I think we might get minus 15. Someone was saying. I'm not sure if that's yeah, but
and one more free agent, so we've got that to look forward to.
If we get one more in, we'll stay.
We'll boss it.
Right, cheers for all your good humour again. Thank you, of course, so much for watching. We'll catch you on the other side of the two games this week then. See you next week. Thanks for watching.